Welcome to Tntspices. Today, this is a dangerous episode. We know your secret addiction with cock bowls over wet noodles. We're going to whip up one crazy meal today. Let's get started. I have 2 cow testicles, cow balls, Rocky Mountain oysters. They have multiple names. Now, these have an outer membrane. Now, ours have a little score on them already. We're going to open these up. What you want to do is you're going to want to peel off this outer membrane so that we can get to the meat on the inside. I'm going to clean both of these off camera. I've removed the balls from the sack. I've also grabbed our cock. Which cock is chicken on here. So we have our balls and cock. Next, we want to dice this up or chop this up into nice little chunks. We're just going to take our knife. Give these about 1-inch cubes we're going to make. I am now going to take your secret addiction.
Some people call it an addiction. It's not an addiction. I can stop whenever I want. I just don't want to, and I need it every day.
We're going to place 3 tablespoons. With this all mixed, we are going to place some plastic wrap over this. We're going to place this in the refrigerator, and we're going to allow this to marinate at least an hour to 2 hours. You can let this go overnight. The longer you let this sit, the more the seasoning can do its magic and penetrate in and enhance the flavor of everything. Begin making our side dish. We're going to start chopping all of our vegetables. Now, in front of me, I have a very interesting vegetable that many of you may have never seen before. This is okra. Gigantic, isn't it? It's because it's not normal okra. This is Chinese okra. It's really not okra. It's not even related to the same plant. It's more so of a squash. And we're going to cut the ends off, and we're just going to slice it up into nice thin little slivers. The next ingredient for our side dish is a banana blossom.
Because my banana is super hot.
We are going to slice it up nice and thin like this. What we're going to do is we're going to take these outer leaves off first. And we're going to cut the stem off. Cut this end off, and we're going to cut this in half lengthwise. After we cut this in half lengthwise, we're going to flip this over, and we're going to cut this into nice thin slices, and we'll add it to our bowl with our blossom fully sliced up nice and thinly. I have 1 lemon that I've cut in half. We are going to juice this lemon right into the blossoms. Then I have some water. We're just going to pour some water to cover these. Down in here. We're going to let these soak about 30 minutes before we use these. Another ingredient that we're going to add is a plantain. I actually have 2 plantains. I've cut and peeled the plantain into nice little slivers. I've done one. Now I'm going to do the second one. We're now going to make the sauce that we're going to use for our stir fry. Now, here I have 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. I have 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I have 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. 1 teaspoon of our sriracha hot sauce. 1/4 cup of beef broth. Last ingredient, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. We're going to mix this well, set this to the side, and we'll use this with our stir fry. To begin our stir fry, I have a hot wok with a tablespoon of oil. We're going to begin with our sliced plantains. We want to cook these ahead of time a little bit. We're going to give these about 3 to 4 minutes inside of our wok. Then we're going to take these out of our wok and place these to the side. Okay. After a few minutes, you can see how they've changed the color. It's even absorbed the oil that we've placed. We're going to take these, turn off our smoke alarms, and begin with our next ingredient. Now we're going to take some more oil. We're going to add about another tablespoon of oil. Let this heat up a few seconds. I have 1 onion that I diced up. Let's throw this in. We'll give this about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, just a couple minutes have passed by. You can see they've become a little translucent. Here I have 6 garlic cloves that I've minced up real well. Add this in. I'm going to give these a few seconds. Then I have some wild mushroom mix. That's about 4 ounces of mushrooms that are all sliced up nice and thin. We're going to add these in. We're going to cook these several minutes to allow these to become a little bit brown. Okay, you can see the color of our mushrooms, onions, and garlic transformed to nice golden brown. Now, I'm going to take that Chinese okra. We had 4 plum tomatoes that I de-seeded and sliced up. And finally, we have our banana blossom. We're going to add this in. We're going to mix this up. We're going to cook this until this becomes a bit tender. All right, like 5-6 minutes has passed by, and you can see the huge difference. Now, the plantains that we cooked earlier, we're going to put these back in. And our last ingredient that we whipped up is our sauce. We're going to pour all of our sauce in here. And we're going to continue cooking this until our sauce has begun to slightly thicken up. So it's probably going to be another 3 to 4 minutes. And then we'll place this to the side to serve up with our main meal. I have a large pan in front of me that I have begun heating. I am going to take 2 tablespoons of oil. Here I have 2 garlic cloves that I've minced up. Add them in. I have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I have 1 teaspoon of our sriracha hot sauce. I have a 1/2 cup of beef broth. Next, I have our protein. I'm going to make 2 different versions of this. I'm going to take half of our protein at the moment. I'm going to cover this, allow this to cook a ½ hour. As our protein is cooking, I have some egg noodles. We are going to simply follow the directions and cook these off the camera so that when our protein's done, we'll be able to put it over top of the wet noodles. Let's take our lid off. Okay, our meat is cooked. We're going to take all of the meat out of the pot. Just going to place it in this bowl temporarily. Here, I have a cornstarch slurry. I have 4 teaspoons of cornstarch mixed with 4 teaspoons of cold water. Place this together. And we are going to cook this until this begins to thicken. Then we'll add our meat back. Okay, that did not take long, only a few seconds. We're going to put our meat back in the pot, stir this all up. Now that this is mixed, we are going to place this to the side because we're also going to do a second version. If you noticed with this version, I didn't sear our meat first. I just put it in the pot and we cooked it all up. The next version, we're going to brown it. So we're going to compare a white version to a brown version. This version is not only going to be brown, but this one is going to be way spicier. So these are going to be some atomic fireballs. So we're going to throw our protein in the pot. We're just going to brown this up on all sides for a few minutes. Now what I didn't mention is I had this pot good and hot with are 2 tablespoons of oil. That's what we used in the first dish, was 2 tablespoons of oil. Now, here I have 2 garlic cloves. Once again, we're going to add in. This time, instead of sriracha, I have our dragon snake armageddon. Now, this is extremely spicy for those of you out there. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of this, and I have a half a cup of beef broth. Just going to mix this up. Again, we are going to cover this and cook this for a half hour, okay? It's been a half hour once again. Let's take the meat out, just like we did the first one. Place it in this bowl temporarily. Once again, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 4 tablespoons of water, equal amounts. We're going to pour this in. We're just going to cook this until this begins to slightly thicken. We're going to place our meat back in. With both versions cooked, we are going to plate everything up. Thank you for joining us here at Tntspices. God bless each and every one of you.
Tntspices. That's